Welcome to another beautiful episode of Reality Podcast. I am your host with the most, Olorunjuwon Folashade, and I'm sure you can tell from my voice I'm super excited. I'm really happy. Yes, I am very happy. This is my favorite time of the year. It is cold. I love when the weather is cold. And if you're Nigerian, you know that this is the time when rain is falling most of the time. So yes, the weather is really good and I'm really happy. And I hope you're also happy, whoever is listening from wherever you're listening. Now, if you are a first timer in this place, thank you very much for listening and choosing Reality Podcast. You won't regret it. But before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification, whatever platform you are listening to me from right now. Can you just do the needful on that platform? Thank you very much. Don't forget to drop a comment. Now let's get right into the whole thing for today. Now, today's episode, I would like to briefly talk on something that we already see everywhere around us, like something we see every day. And some of us are involved, including myself. Now, let me start by asking the question. Can I actually fake it till I make it? I mean, is it really a bad thing to look the part? Let's take about 2 seconds to think about my question. 1, 2. Okay, so now here is my own opinion. This is what I think about looking rich before actually getting rich. I think it's a dangerous thing to do because the disadvantages are more than the advantages. Are there advantages? Of course, yes. This is Reality Podcast. We don't lie in this space. So I would say it as a matter of fact, there are advantages. What are the advantages? 1, you know how Nigerians are. I think we like fake safe. We cuckoo like fake. So people get drawn to you. You have more friends. You can even get business deals, at least until they find out you're a fake and you have nothing upstairs. But before they find out, you would get the deals. But the disadvantages are so much, and they 100% outweigh the advantages. So now here are the disadvantages. 1, you run into debt. This one is even inevitable as long as you're living a fake life. Trust me, you are going to run into debt. I give you 3 months maximum. I mean real fake life. I give you 3 months. What is 3 months? From the first day you start it, you're already in debt because you're buying this dress on credit to look a certain way so that everybody at the event, at the party will think this is a big girl, she has arrived. If it's a shoe, if it's a bag, some people even go as far as renting cars. Guy, why do you have to do that? People go as far as renting cars just to look the parts, and that is debt because you can't even pay. Okay, what if you drive that car now, you have an accident or someone scratches you? You have not even completed the payment for the rentage, let alone for repair. Guy, why are you doing that to yourself? So yes, a lot of people run into debt just to look a certain way or to look the part. Secondly is borrowing. If you are like me, I do not like borrowing. Even though I know I have this really, really trustworthy circle that I can borrow from, I still am not 100% comfortable with borrowing because I don't know, I just don't feel like it's my kind of thing, and it should not even be anybody's kind of thing. If you're not borrowing to make more money, I don't see why you should be borrowing, or except it's an emergency. But if it's not, I don't see why you should be borrowing. Now, people borrow to fund this lifestyle, this fake lifestyle. People actually borrow. There was this time I heard of, I'm sure you also heard of, someone who paid someone to give, she paid I think 500k for them to give her I think 5 million, maybe 10 million, just for her to snap and say this was what she got on her birthday party when they were spraying her money. I just want both of us to think about this. Does it even make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. Why should you borrow? Borrowing even leads to see finish. Guys, I'm sure if you used to borrow, you must have met your finish somewhere. You are not even borrowing and people are already seeing you finish, let alone when you are not borrowing. You would be passing and they'll be like, what she's wearing is not even her own. People would even know you for it. It is just never worth it. The third one, you're putting your value on something that depreciates. I can't overemphasize this. On my last episode, which was a Q&A, when we're talking about online opportunities, I guess, and even while we're talking about spending habits, my spending habits, I talked about giving someone my money, and my guest said something about investment. Investment is a very good option. Why not invest? Buy something that would appreciate over time rather than buy all these luxury things. Now, I saw a post where someone was complaining about her buying a luxury bag of, let's say, 800,000 naira, and she was having some financial issues and she had to sell it emergency. And guess how much she sold it? She sold it for 50k. 50k, she lost 750,000 naira. My God, that bag depreciated, die. I cannot even, God, please, any mathematician, please do the percentage and tell me in the comment section. She lost so much. Why should you put so much value on something that would depreciate immediately you buy it? If you have read Smart Woman Money, one of my favorite books, there's a character in the book. Her name is Zuri. Zuri was earning 600,000 naira. If you're a Nigerian, that's a lot of money to be earning on a monthly basis. But she was in debt. Why? She was always buying designer bags. Buying designer bags when you're earning a lot of money is not a crime. My dear, take care of yourself. But do you have investments? Do you have money somewhere that is building up? No, she didn't have any of that. And when she started having problems with her health, with her house, she was lost. Yeah, she even had to start begging her friends. They could not even lend her the money. So yes, don't put value on things that depreciate. My last but not the least is putting your self-worth in another person's hand. That's what you are doing to yourself. Now, what do I mean by this? You are buying this luxury item to please us at the event. And when you now come to the event, maybe me, I even had a quarrel, I had an issue at home with someone, or I'm not in the mood. And the usual, oh my God, Shade, you look so beautiful. Oh my God, Shade, I love how you look in this dress. If it doesn't come out from my mouth, what would you do to your esteem? Because your esteem has to be battered. Because you're expecting me to come and hail you. And I'm not hailing you because I have my own personal problems. How would you feel? P.S. Just so you know, you will still go back home and pay that debt. I'm not going to follow you and pay money for any dress. So whether I hail you or I don't, whether I make you feel good about how you look or I don't, you're still in the debt. And I cannot be held responsible. So why should you put your self-worth in my hand when I can just throw it out the window? Exactly. You are making me or be others give you validation. Now, if you're new on this podcast, you should check out my first episode titled Validation. It talks a lot about what I'm saying right now. You should never put your self-worth in another person's hand. You should never. Because we are humans. You can't blame anybody for reacting in certain ways. So what if I don't react in the way that would please you regarding how you look? You would feel bad and you've already gone into debt. I can't help you. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, because this is an episode many people are guilty of, including me. I cannot even exclude myself, because I love clothes so much. I would be a liar to say I do not like clothes. Who doesn't like beautiful things? And sometimes, instead of me to buy something that would actually profit me, I end up buying clothes, which I even think is fake life, because why are you buying? You already have clothes. Why are you buying this one for an event that won't bring money into your account? So if you're like me and you're listening to this episode, Let's join hands together and change. Is it your left or your right hand? Let's pledge to doing better with our lives, to not faking it till we make it. Instead, we should actually make it. Hustle, struggle, make the money, then we can let the money show itself. Thank you very much for listening and staying up until the end. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. I want to hear your comments on this faking it till you make it, because not everybody believes. Some people believe you have to look the part to get the part. I want to know what you think about this. Maybe we can have a part 2 with a guest on the podcast. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much.